Get ready for adventure and some Subaru spring driving during the all-weather drive event. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Forester, built for adventure and ready to conquer Manitoba's roads with confidence. For a limited time, enjoy rates from 1.99%, plus a 1% loyalty rate reduction. But hurry, this offer ends April 30th. Enjoy your Subaru famous all-wheel drive system for effortless navigation on our Manitoba highways this spring. Find your next Subaru at jpsubaruregion.com and jpsubarusouth.com.
Trance that people are in where they think, if I go over the border, I'm in trouble.
Right.
And I'm happy that you went, but I'm also a little bummed out that you had an incident where you almost got kicked out, because I just think it furthers that unfortunate stigma.
But to be fair, and you're right, I probably wouldn't have gone to the States if it wasn't for Gaga.
Like, it's Ice walking around going, hey,
No.
Blue Jays hat, come here there, bud.
No.
Where are you going, eh?
Energy 106 presents the Wheeler and Tyler podcast.
Let's all breathe a collective sigh of relief as Tyler Carr returns to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, amateur hour is over and the professionalism returns.
Yeah, that's what was missing, absolutely.
Okay, well, the voice isn't quite 100%. But
No, it's been a rough go, man.
all right, well,
I blame Lady Gaga.
woof. As I said to you in the text message on Sunday, based on your social media that I saw over the weekend, you losing your voice is not surprising.
I gave her everything.
I have no problems doing most of the heavy lifting today if need be. I'm just happy to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
Wheeler
you.
and Tyler returns here on a Tuesday. We got some winning on the way. We got tickets and treats to Landmark Cinemas. We'll hand those out at some point. We also got Winnipeg, the Western Canadian Royal Aviation Museum.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Royal Aviation Museum.
We got passes for that coming up a little bit later on as well. My name is Dave Wheeler. His name is Tyler Carr, and we start right now. Kick off the show as we always do with a little wrong answers only. And Tyler Carr,
Yeah.
I want people to speculate on how you managed to fix your voice, because we heard the voicemail yesterday on the loud line.
Yeah, it was a lot worse yesterday.
A lot of people were actually voting saying, can you keep that voice?
Yeah, well, then they shouldn't listen to this show.
They like that, dude. Hey,
If you're looking for a deep voice in me, you're listening to the wrong show.
So how did you get it back up to snuff?
Yeah, it'll get better as the morning goes on. But yeah, it was, believe it or not, a lot worse yesterday. There's something that I did do to fix it, though. Wrong answers only, obviously, first.
You gargled Javex.
Javax. Okay. 204-452-1061. I'm looking forward to these, and then I'll give you my hack coming up later on.
All right, we'll reveal those submissions coming up at the bottom of the hour. Best time ever, hands down, 6:30.
Like, I couldn't even speak yesterday morning, so this is a big improvement. Yep.
Happy to hear it. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Get those submissions in 204-452-1061. I've been very conscious of this even before I became a father, and I'm really happy that I've been able to implement it at this point. But I remember growing up watching movies where there were like career dads.
What do you mean? What?
Where like there was the kid would always go up like, Dad, let's go outside and play baseball. Get out of here, son, I'm busy. You don't believe it. Look at all these bills everywhere and paper flying everywhere. I'm a busy guy. And
What do you think I do? Sit around and do nothing?
right.
Yeah,
and then the kid would walk away dejected like, oh, Dad.
Yeah.
And
Didn't want to throw a baseball outside.
because I do a lot of work in the home studio, like I'm in front of my CPU a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to get around. I'm in front of it a lot.
Yeah.
But whenever one of my boys comes down, they go, hey, Dad, unless I'm right in the middle of something, I'm like, 2 minutes. And like, I'll always hear him be like, what's up?
Yeah.
What do you need?
Just hear what they have to say.
Yeah. Like, what do you need? And they go, hey, you want to do this? I'm like, give me 5 more minutes. Let me wrap up this little portion and then I'm all yours.
Yeah, that's cute.
Because I know I can go back to the computer. Like, the work's not going to go anywhere.
I agree, man.
But these years that I have are so few.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's great.
I'm very conscious of that. A couple weeks ago, both boys came down into the home studio. They're like, Dad. And I was like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, we thought it would be hilarious if we did the podcast. Wouldn't that be funny instead of you and Mom? And I went,
Oh, like your Sunday one.
the Serving Sunday podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
The one that Candace and I did.
Yeah.
And I just said, that's actually a great idea. And they went, what?
Oh, they were joking.
Yeah. And
They didn't think that you would say.
And I was like, no. I said, okay, so here's the deal.
Wait, did they do it?
So I said, so here's the deal. And this is a couple weeks ago. I said, tonight, after we're done, because I remember I told you that we're working on our poetry right now. I have been writing poetry.
Yeah.
And I said, after we're done writing our poetry, we're going to write out a a manifest list.
Yeah.
And we're going to work on like what if you're going to do a podcast, what are you going to talk about?
Right. You need the topics. You need to be able to prepare.
How's it going to be structured?
Right.
How are you guys going to go through this? How's it going to operate?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. This past Sunday.
Did they do it?
It was the Angus and Odin takeover.
How did they determine what they were going to talk about?
They had it all down on a sheet of paper.
That's cute.
So
was it just like hobby stuff or what was it? Can we get a taste?
Here's a little bit of audio for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Welcome back to Serving Sundays.
This is actually adorable.
Welcome back to Serving Sundays. And in this episode, kids are running the show. Why? Well, we thought it'd be funny to go up to our dad and say, hey, why don't we try and do the podcast? He took it literally. We're here now. I'm Angus.
I'm Odin.
And in this episode, we're going to be talking about our mom and dad. What it's like when they're not on the podcast and when they're parenting us.
Oh my God.
But first, we must get to illegal food combinations.
Ooh.
Pineapple on pizza. What do you think of it? Is it good or is it illegal?
I think it should not be illegal if it is.
And
Okay.
then it goes on for an hour.
That's amazing.
For an hour.
That's
My
amazing.
wife and I don't even do hour-long episodes. We do like 35, 40 minutes. And they're like, all right, back to life.
I relate to Odin in that, and you're like Angus is kind of like taking the reign, and he's in charge, but Odin's kind of that like I don't know. It's adorable. They got a good vibe there. What did they? So they talked about pineapple on pizza.
They talk about pineapple on
That's
pizza,
amazing.
ranch, and yeah.
That's adorable. You're gonna save that for the rest of your life.
And then they went on and towards the end of the episode, and I said, okay, so what's the big ticket item here? And they said, well, talking about you guys. And I said, okay, you got to hook people through all the way,
till the very end. Yeah.
And they had a lot of fun. My only hang up was, and Candace and I are we're still pretty firm on this, that we don't put our kids on social media.
Oh yeah.
And because the show lives on YouTube, I covered their faces, so there's an audio version that's available, but the YouTube version you'll just see two stick figures.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to this. I want this every week.
Careful what you wish for.
This is what I want. I want Angus and Odin all the time.
If their numbers are good enough, we may monetize them.
That's kind of cute, though, that they're kind of like asking to do that stuff.
And look-
and even regardless of whether they want to take this further or not, they are obviously curious in what you and your wife do.
It ended up being a great homeschooling project.
Totally.
Really, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And a chance for me to spend more time with my boys.
It's pretty clear that they love doing it, too.
Well, I mean, they're surrounded by it, right?
What did they say? Did they say it was a lot of work?
Oh, they had so much fun.
Yeah?
They had so much fun with it. And I said, okay, yeah. I said, well, we'll get ready for the next one. And they both went, the next one? And I said, not right away. I said, but, maybe every couple of months you guys can give mom and dad a break.
Yeah, in case mom and dad need a break. Also, when they came on the show that one time, they were great. So
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I love them.
They enjoyed it.
That's amazing.
It was a lot of fun. So that's available on YouTube, on my YouTube page, at WheelerJ28, or you can just search Serving Sundays on your favorite podcast platform.
Foods that should be illegal. Yeah, it should be pineapple on pizza.
It's our Tearaway a Day calendar. It's an annual Christmas gift courtesy of Mama Carr, who resides up in Swan River, Manitoba. Did they get snow up there today?
I think they're supposed to get more, yes.
Gross.
Yeah.
Good old Winnipeg. You use the heater on the way to work and the air conditioning on the way home.
Yeah, we have a high of 10 today here, so.
For Tuesday, April 14th, 2026, sometimes I want to go back in time and punch myself in the face.
Oh,
Wow, it's aggressive.
that doesn't sound nice.
All right.
Maybe not.
Wait, what?
With Wheeler and Tyler on Energy 106.
So you and I live in a world of audio, Tyler Carr. It's primarily our gig.
Yeah.
Is audio, right? Mm-hmm. And so we're a little sensitive when it comes to audio,
Yeah.
as people are in this industry.
Yeah.
And yesterday, our old friend AJ, who does middays over on Hot 100.5,
Okay.
he popped in and we were chatting about the Masters.
Okay.
And he says, did you hear them piping in the bird sounds? And I
Did you
said,
hear them what?
piping in the bird sounds. And
Piping in the bird sounds.
I said, what do you mean? And he says, yeah. He goes, apparently, because my girl was telling me that to make it sound better, that they'll put fake bird sounds in the broadcast, so it sounds like more peaceful, and
like
stuff.
more
like
quiet because you can hear the birds?
Yeah, like bird sound, like them chirping in the background and
And
whatnot.
did they sound real to you?
Well, I said,
Did
to
you
him,
even notice them before?
I said to him, there's no way that's real.
Is it?
So we did a quick Google search and we found out that it wasn't at the Masters, but years ago at a tournament
Yeah.
because it was so early in the spring. The birds weren't quite out yet, but they needed for it to sound like spring.
So it is something they do?
So they, for one tournament, they piped in fake bird sounds.
That's weird.
No, here's the crazy part.
That's a little weird.
Here's the crazy part. Somebody was watching, recognized the bird sound and said, "That's not a native bird to the Kentucky area. That's not real." And called in and complained and blew the whistle on them.
Shout out to bird experts. That's a new level.
And I thought you and I are sensitive to audio, but you're right, a whole new level.
I would never, ever be able to determine what kind of a bird is making a sound.
But ever since that incident, now anytime someone hears like a bird singing or a bird chirping, and they're like, "No, it's piped in, it's fake.
Yeah.
It's fake."
It's like if you take a video of Winnipeg, you just have to add some horns honking and some lights screaming in the background.
And knives and
okay, well, yeah.
bus shelter fires.
Yeah, stop.
Things like that.
Wheeler and Tyler.
Wrapping up our wrong answers only via the Finn McCool's text line at 204-452-1061. If you're just tuning in, you still have a chance to play and get your submissions in on the Finn McCool's text line. Again, 204-452-1061. Question this morning as Tyler Carr makes his triumphant return to the radio program. How did he fix his voice that was stolen from him? Lady Gaga stole his voice. She abracadabraed his voice and kept it in Minneapolis and moved on to New York with it, and Tyler Carr was left speechless, literally.
Literally. Dana says, chugged a large cup of milk.
Gross.
Ew.
Gross.
Absolutely not. Patty says Tyler gargled with vodka several times yesterday to soothe his voice for today.
He loves vodka.
That's a good answer. And we got one saying he asked Pixel to fix it. I don't know how he would, so that's a good wrong answer.
Well, he's the he's the anti-abracadabra. He's the kitty badibby.
If honey and tea fixes a voice, you did the opposite. What would the opposite of honey and tea be? Cold water and pepper?
You know what's funny is you losing your voice actually reminded me of something that I used to do every once in a while, and I just haven't done it in a while. But because our voice is basically what a muscle is to an athlete.
Yeah,
that's our bread and butter, right? And I used to do this when the kids were younger. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd just have a sign say, "Dad's not talking until 3:00 today," and I'd just rest my voice. And I haven't done that.
That's smart.
So I'm actually I'm doing that this Saturday.
That is smart.
Yep.
Tyler fixed his voice by gargling a bag of pennies dipped in honey.
Yum. Nice little copper taste to wake up to.
Okay, Martha says wrong answer. Tyler gained his voice back by eating tomatoes.
He loves tomatoes.
Thank you for the wrong answers. The right answer was we did our Family Feud interview last night, so it's actually worse.
So you
because I had to scream all night and be happy for Family Feud.
Oh my God.
I fixed it by screaming more last night trying to get on Family Feud. The audition did go well, by the way.
Explains why your voice is so raw.
Yeah, it's actually better than yesterday, believe it or not. But we did well in the interview. We won't find out for a month.
A month?
At least a month.
God, good old hurry up and wait in television.
Yeah. And they even said they're like, we won't reach out if you don't make it. They'll only reach out if you do make it.
Television drives me crazy. So they're not even going to let you down. Oh my.
No. But you know what they did do on the audition yesterday is they did have a full giant cardboard of top 8 answers on the board, and they revealed it with paper. It was quite cool. There was definitely a better interview than the first time. So fingers crossed for us.
So we'll know by mid-May.
If we don't hear anything by mid-May, we're assuming not. But how cool would that be?
That'd be very cool.
It'd be amazing. My parents did so well yesterday, by the way.
Good luck.
They were so amazing.
Music news you can use coming up.
I didn't fix my voice, is what we're getting at.
Apparently not.
That's what we're getting at. We got another text saying Cinnamon Challenge should fix it.
Music news you can use. Music is what it's all about.
With Dave Wheeler.
For April 14th, 2026. Somber surprised fans during his Coachella set with a surprise duet with Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins. It's not the first time Somber has been on stage with some musical icons. Last month, he was joined on stage in Dublin, Ireland by the Cranberries to perform Linger. The son of David and Victoria Beckham, Cruz Beckham, has shared his new single called Waste Your Pain. Cruz Beckham will kick off his first U.S. headlining tour and is also set to perform at major festivals including Reading and Leeds, Rock and Roll Circus, Lollapalooza, Outside Lands, and Shaky Knees. And Justin Bieber took a trip down memory lane during his Coachella set over the weekend as he pulled out a trove of gems from the vault, including a cover of Chris Brown's With You, with his younger self singing on screen. Bieber originally uploaded the cover to YouTube back in 2008 when he was 14 years old. That's music news you can use for April 14th, 2026. I'm Dave Wheeler.
Wheeler and Tyler.
Well, Coachella is offering a lot of stories, as it does every single year, including our former Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, and Katy Perry, and single-use cups being used.
Oh, my God. I can't even with all of this.
But the big one... Oh, and there's a lot of big ones, but the big one that we're going to focus on here is Sabrina Carpenter. Everyone loves little Sabrina, but she gone and messed up, and now the internet's mad.
But did she mess up?
The internet says she did.
I don't think... Well, some of the internet is saying she did.
Here's what happened.
I think I heard someone yodel. Is that what you're doing? I don't like it.
It's my culture!
That's your culture, is yodeling?
It's a call of celebration!
Is this Burning Man? What's going on?
So, what she's actually doing was called a Zagruta, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
And Sabrina was informed of that, and she went, oh, okay, now I know. Thank you.
She apologized.
Yeah, and people kind of
made a statement.
And people went, that's not good. I kind of went, if you don't know what you don't know.
Totally. And I think at the end of the day, Sabrina was about to play a song on the piano. Like, that's, nothing I was just at Lady Gaga, and nothing annoys me more than when an artist is sitting down to play at the piano. We've all spent our hard-earned money for that ticket. And then regardless of whether you were trying to do... That's what I mean. Like, whether you're trying to do something respectful or not, it's not about you. I didn't pay money to see you. I paid money to see the artist.
Yeah, but they spent money to get in there and yell how much they love or yodel or Zagroot or whatever they want to do when they're there. Hey, you pay the entry.
No, and if you want them,
don't tell me how to enjoy things.
Literally, like, I'm sorry. It's just that's not the vibe. It's not the timing. If you're trying to pay respect to that artist, I get that, but you can do that in other ways that don't take away from what the artist is trying to do.
Or was it kind of more on Sabrina for even pointing it out?
I mean, totally. She could have just moved on, but clearly it was, if in this recording, it's pretty loud.
Play it again.
It's pretty loud. It's not like it's a quiet thing.
I think I heard someone yodel.
And I think the person that laughed...
Is that what you're doing?
I think the person that laughed is actually the person that's doing the Zagruta. I think it's the same person. If you roll it back.
I think I heard someone yodel.
Kind of does sound like it.
I think it's the same person.
Which is why she keeps doing it.
Right. So I think there's a lot of people that are, again, offended on someone else's behalf.
I'm happy I'm not an artist right now. It's too much. Trying to do a Coachella performance and anyways. Oh my goodness. And she has to make a statement and it's too much.
I thought I would shoehorn that one in there for an extra little music news you can use story before we get into news and sports, which is coming up next. And then we'll get into Guaranteed Gaga. Speaking of Lady Gaga, we still need a review of your experience this past weekend in Minnesota. Are we going to get that?
Yeah, we're going to find out what the best part about Lady Gaga was, and then also why we almost didn't make it into night one and almost got got kicked out.
You teased that on the loud line. I can't wait to hear that story. That's coming up after 7.
Energy 106, the news feed.
With Wheeler and Tyler.
Doom scrolling for your ears. Here's Tyler.
It seems like across Canada, there has been some actual rent decreases for the first time in years, but not in Winnipeg. The reason is because apparently Winnipeg is already known for being affordable, and also because most of Winnipeg's rental buildings are full. In Vancouver and Toronto, they are offering first months free, different incentives, but it's unlikely you're going to find something like that here in Winnipeg.
It's again kind of like the gas thing, right? I mean, you jack them up so high when they come down a little bit, you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, when you're bringing in 500,000 immigrants and you're only building 250,000 houses, you're going to end up with a problem.
Madonna has cleared her Instagram feed and uploaded a new blurred profile picture, so obviously her new era must be starting soon. How original. The emperor penguin and Atlantic fur seal are now endangered due to climate change, according to the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. Newsfeed is sponsored by...
When are humans going to get on that list?
Yeah, honestly, hopefully soon. Newsfeed is sponsored by Intercity Auto Body, your quality auto body destination. They offer AutoPack Direct Repair to remedy your situation. Visit them online, intercityautobody.com.
Oh, you're struggling. You're struggling.
It's going downhill, man.
I'll give you the full rundown next hour, but here's what you need to know. The Winnipeg Jets are out. They're officially eliminated.
What?
Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're officially eliminated.
Why? What happened?
We
Did
lost.
we lose?
We lost and LA won. And those opposites needed to happen.
Oh, so we're not getting a white...
No, we're done.
My voice is happy, but my liver's unhappy.
We're officially done.
Damn it. It's so sad.
I'll give you the rundown next hour.
Get ready for adventure and some Subaru spring driving during the all-weather drive event. Discover the all-new 2026 Subaru Forester, built for adventure and ready to conquer Manitoba's roads with confidence. For a limited time, enjoy rates from 1.99%, plus a 1% loyalty rate reduction. But hurry, this offer ends April 30th. Enjoy your Subaru famous all-wheel drive system for effortless navigation on our Manitoba highways this spring. Find your next Subaru at jpsubaruregion.com and jpsubarusouth.com.
Wheeler and Tyler presents The Loud Line.
Got something to say? 204-478-8040.
Let's check out the loud line thanks to Ski Collision and Glass, 204-478-8040. Just one call to get to today, and it's someone that woke up bright and early.
Good morning.
You're retired! Go back to bed!
Eager to hear about what Tyler has to say about his trip to see Lady Gaga. First of all, I kind of wanted to know how his border crossing was, because later on this morning, we will be crossing the border. I'm really, really tired. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Oh my God.
That's how a retiree rolls. Stay up late, but stay in bed later.
That's crazy.
Finish packing everything. We're off to Indiana to send off my stepson so that he can go and become an American citizen. And anyways, but that's besides the point. Dave, you were asking about a pear tree. No, I don't need a pear tree for my partridges.
Yes,
I have
yesterday she called and she says, she's like,
what?
Oh, she's retired now, so she's like, sitting up back and my partridges are back. And so I asked, does one need a pear tree in order to facilitate partridges?
I have a half tree. I don't need a pear tree. Get it? Half a tree. I hope I get a chance to at least hear this message, because I don't know whether I'll be leaving before 7 or after 7. Hugs and kisses.
So here's what I will say about crossing the border. There was not just 2 Lady Gaga shows in Minneapolis, but also Morgan Wallen was there for his shows. And he was playing at the bigger stadium, 60,000 people. So there were a lot of people coming from Manitoba. The wait to get into the States, 0 seconds. Coming back was about 30 minutes. Dude, I am so particular about making sure everybody that I am traveling with to the States and back keeps receipts and totals in Canadian and American, and we have a list on our phone. When we went up to they called border people, or what are they called?
Border officers.
Yes. Yeah. When we got up to the Canadian side, like coming back to Canada, and they were like, what are the totals for each individual in the vehicle in Canadian? All I did was pull up my phone and read out Tyler this amount, Trevor this amount, Jaden this amount, Julie this amount, Mitch this amount. And she was like, you were the first car today that I did not have to lecture about making sure you have totals. Apparently, nobody had their totals ready, and they were pulling people off to the side so they could count them.
Oh, boy.
So if you're coming back, Martha,
do your math.
Have those receipts ready, total before you get to there, and you'll have no problems.
Okay.
But everybody else apparently did not do that. So, tisk. I maybe did not claim my pair of shoes, but...
Good old Canadian customs officers at it again.
Always.
I want to hear all of it.
Okay. Lady Gaga in St. Paul.
Yeah.
St. Paul.
The Twin Cities, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
The reason why I remember that is because the Minnesota North Stars used to be in Minneapolis, and when they left to go to Dallas, and when the team came back, it had to go to St. Paul because
Right.
So they're in, the Minnesota Wild play out of St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yes, which
is where the casino is.
I learned.
Yeah.
I learned. Frickin' Winnipeg, man. I was on the floor the first night at Lady Gaga, which we'll touch on in a second. And I look up and there's someone waving. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know them. They're from Winnipeg. And then there's to the right, I'm like, oh, there's somebody else from Winnipeg. And somebody else texts me on Instagram. They're like, look behind you. So I look behind me and there's somebody else from Winnipeg. Mm-hmm. It was felt like a Winnipeg show. Like truly, there was a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people not traveling to the States right now, but definitely people traveled for Lady Gaga. Say that.
Really quickly, side note on that. It drives me crazy because these promoters know that fans will travel, and it's what stops us from getting the shows here.
Yep.
Same thing with the Foo Fighters. Mm-hmm. They're doing North Dakota and Edmonton. They're skipping Winnipeg because they know we'll travel.
You don't think that Lady Gaga could sell out a show in Winnipeg?
100%.
She did 2 in Minneapolis. I'm sure she could have done 2 in Winnipeg just as easily.
Because I think it's more likely that Canadians will travel south rather than vice versa.
Isn't that the truth? But so originally I wasn't supposed to be on the floor for the first night of Lady Gaga. And actually that was the night that we almost got kicked out and I didn't even see the show, which we'll get to coming up in just a few minutes.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
But last minute, Ticketmaster did this drop of tickets for the floor and they were very affordable. So I was like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to sell my other one. So I basically said peace out to my friends that I was going to the first show with.
Attaboy.
Julie and Mitch, by the way. I was like, I'm going by myself. I'm going to sit on the floor. The first time that I've ever gone to a concert alone.
That's not true. You've done this before. We had a whole thing about this.
No, but then I ended up going with Mitch. I ended up buying him a ticket and he was right beside me.
Right.
So I didn't go alone to that show.
Right.
So sure, we went in together, but once I actually got to the floor, I was by myself. And
you weren't.
I mean, no disrespect to Mitch or Julie, but I had the best time ever.
But you had Winnipeg. You were surrounded by Winnipeggers.
Dude, it was so amazing to just not have to worry about anybody around me and just be like, this is my moment. I was 6 rows away from Lady Gaga at the front of the stage.
Wow.
And the guy in front of me was some 60-year-old man that didn't like standing. So he was sitting for 80% of the show.
Perfect.
And I was at the aisle. So I had nobody to the left of me. The guy in front of me was sitting down the whole time. And Gaga was literally, honestly, probably less than 10-ish feet away from me at times. It's
like Moses parted the water for you.
Oh, it was so amazing.
Your footage was great.
I know you normally don't take video footage during Gaga shows.
You're that close though.
I had to.
Yeah.
It was I can't even tell you how amazing it was. Truly, honestly, I had the best Lady Gaga experience I've ever had in my life that first night.
Amazing.
Because there was just no distractions. I just had to be myself. And and then the guy to the left of me, who I have no idea who he is, he came up to me and I was having a few drinks, obviously, and he was like, you're having the time of your life. This was during an interlude, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, because I was really living my best life. I was doing the choreography
and he
that
said,
I know.
Sorry, engaged.
Yeah, and he goes, and maybe I shouldn't have taken them, but he's like, I'm buying you drinks for the rest of the show.
Oh, dangerous.
No, but then he goes up, and he was with a big group of people, and he was buying his friends drinks, and I'm serious, he bought me 3 or 4 drinks. I didn't even have to leave the floor to get a new drink. He was just bringing me drinks.
I didn't know you didn't know you bought the VIP passes.
Seriously, I was like, what did I do to deserve this? He's like, I saw you doing the choreography and you were having the best time. I didn't want you to miss any of the show. I'm like, there's some really cool people out there. Wow. And these drinks, let's be real, when you're at a Lady Gaga show, they ain't cheap.
No.
They ain't cheap. And converting US to Canadian,
exactly,
disgusting. So I appreciate whoever that little monster was, because he really
was he a little monster, or was he like a chaperone of a bunch of little monsters?
I think he was a chaperone, but he was still. You could see him living his best life too. But it was amazing.
Now, did you feel you got to let loose a little bit more on the second night because you'd kind of had your own personal experience on night one? You knew it was coming.
No, I think I got to let loose more the first night because I didn't have anybody around me that I. You know, when you're going with friends, you want to make sure everybody is having fun, right? Whether you want to or not, like if somebody has to go to the bathroom or this, or if they want to get merch, I didn't have to worry about anybody. And I appreciate Mitch and my friend Julie for letting me do that, because they had no issues. They're like, yeah, go live your best life. We'll meet up after the show and we'll be able to talk about it. It was funny though at one point, because Mitch texted me, he's like, look behind you. And so I like turned around to see behind me, and he was the only one in section 200 that had his phone light on, and he was just waving it like crazy. I'm like, yes, Mitch, I see you up there. I'm lie down here just on the floor. But I appreciate them for doing that, because honestly, man, it was so cool.
Okay, well, I want to hear why you almost got kicked out and deported. Was ice all over you? I need to know.
It was, dude, I'm not joking. There was somebody at the arena that tried to get me, Mitch, and Julie kicked out before the show started.
Okay, don't go anywhere. That story's coming up in 5.
Wheeler and Tyler.
This is not just close friends and relatives. I've heard lots of people say this, and I want to, number one, give you a lot of credit. It had to have been Lady Gaga that dragged you down to the United States of America. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that are really just dead set on, nope, I'm not going down to the United States. I've had family members who, in their retirement, have purchased homes in Florida because they live on the east coast of Canada, and like in Ontario, and that's a quick it's a quick flight for them.
Absolutely,
they're selling. They're like, no, I'm out. Close friends that have been like, I'm not going down because ICE. I'm afraid, we have kids, and the ICE could pull us away. And there's just such this really kind of unfortunate trance that people are in, where they think, if I go over the border, I'm in trouble.
Right.
And I'm happy that you went, but I'm also a little bummed out that you had an incident where you almost got kicked out, because I just think it furthers that unfortunate stigma.
But to be fair, and you're right, I probably wouldn't have gone to the States if it wasn't for Gaga.
Like, is ICE walking around going, hey, no. Blue Jays hat, come here there, bud.
No.
Where are you going, eh?
Thankfully, the situation was not political. Well, maybe it was actually, now that I think about it. But to give you some backstory, so the first night of Gaga, because I went the Thursday night and Friday night, so the Thursday night was the floor night. So I was like, we gotta leave a little early. I want to be able to get to floor, the full experience.
God bless your friends for really kind of qualifying you for all the requests that you have.
No, I couldn't be more thankful for them. Honestly, they had no issues with anything I wanted to do, but so we're getting ready in our Airbnb, which we had rented about 20 minutes away from the show. And we're
walk or drive?
Drive. Okay. Definitely. Yeah. And we're like, okay, we're getting dressed, we're playing some music, we're having a drink, and we're just about to book the Uber to the show. And then Gaga decides to drop a new song with Doechii.
Runway. Yeah. Runway. We've been playing it on Guaranteed Gaga this week.
And so we're about to book the Uber, and I'm like, do I listen to it before the show? And then I'm like, I think we need to. So we ended up kind of delaying our Uber ride because we wanted to listen to the song a little bit. And turns out the song's a party song. So we're like listening to it a few times, and suddenly we're booking a little bit of a later Uber, and we're getting to the show pretty much about 20 minutes before the show starts, which is like the latest I've ever gone to a Lady Gaga show. Not a big deal. We just got to get inside, get to our seats. So Julie, Mitch, and I, we get through the front gates, which, by the way, the arena in Minneapolis, it's just not that great for getting in. Like the way the lines were, I was like, I miss Canada Life Center. Like there was just so many things. I'm like, it's just not as clean. It's just, just things are
not
throwing
as
me
streamlined.
off. Yeah, and like the merch lines were ridiculous. The way that they had, I know, but the way they had them was so ridiculous. They were like weaving in and out where people were trying to get drinks, and the merch people were like, "Are you getting a drink? Or are you getting a piece of merch?" Or And meanwhile, Julie, Mitch, and I were just trying to get to our damn seats. I'm trying to get to the floor. You could only get to the floor from like 2 separate entrances, and so it ended up being backed up. So we were like trying to get through. I'm stressing out a little bit. So we decided we were just going to kind of weave our way through the merch line to get away from the merch line to go sit down. Well, turns out the guys that were working the merch, they saw us do that and assumed we had cut in line, and because we were wearing Lady Gaga merch, but it's because we had already been to a show in Vegas. So I was wearing my old Gaga merch, not new Gaga merch. And so he saw the three of us weaving through this line and assumed we had cut and already bought our merch, and now we were just trying to escape, and he started screaming at us. Now keep in mind, I'm at a 10 out of 10 because now I'm a little later for my Gaga show, and this man's obviously stressed out because they don't have a hot clue what they're doing with the merch line or the drinks, and he is screaming at us. He's like, I can't even scream right now. I can't even do a good reaction because I have no voice. But he basically said, we're going to kick you out. And that's when my heart dropped, and I turned and I tried my best to be like, we did not cut your merch line. We literally are trying to get to our seats. And he was coming at us, man. And he had security with him. And he's like, you will not see this show tonight. If you go any further, you will not see the show. And I just,
you know what? What's with all this little monster on little monster violence, huh?
Like, what is going on? I'm like, we did not cut. Do you think I just put this shirt on right now? It was a mesh see-through black shirt, so I came in shirtless and just bought this? No, I'm just trying to get through your stupid line so I can go to the floor. I didn't buy any merch, bro. And it was full on back and forth war with this man until finally I'm like, well, if I just go through this crowd, he's definitely not going to be able to catch me. So we ended up just pushing through the crowd, and he was screaming at us from away. And we're like, you're not going to catch us because this is so ridiculous. The concourse was like if you were at the Labor Day Classic times 5. It was madness. Everybody was screaming. And keep in mind, Lady Gaga fans wear the most absurd and huge outfits that they can because it's a Lady Gaga show, but it also makes it for very tight spaces because everybody's wearing big dresses or they're wearing this and stuff. It was absolute mayhem. And I mean that because the show was the Mayhem Ball, but like for real, I didn't love the arena in Minneapolis. Let me put it that way. And then that guy was still trying to chase us as we were going through the crowd, by the way. He was literally trying to get to us.
I find this funny.
And how are we the problem?
Well, I find this funny on many levels. Like he's so entitled, like, no, like he's a moral dictator of rules.
He didn't even see us buy merch, and he's going to scream at us. I actually was so embarrassed because I was like, we were literally telling people that were in the merch line, hey, sorry, we're just trying to get through. We're not cutting you. Like, we were saying that out loud. And then this guy who was on the other end was so grumpy, and just assumed that we bought this merch and would cut everybody in line. Like, no, how about go ask the people that were selling the merch, buddy? Like, gosh, it drove me actually nuts, man. And then I started crying after that because I was overwhelmed. But then I got to the floor and realized how close I was to Gaga and everything was fine. But it was insane. Like, he was trying to get to us, man. He was seriously trying to get to us. It was horrible. Like, also, the guy that checked our ID, he made fun of the Jets. He was like, oh, I was surprised you guys would come to Minneapolis with the Jets and how they're doing. I'm at the Lady Gaga show. I don't watch sports, buddy.
Yeah, but you knew, and you took offense to it, which means he won.
I pretended not to. But why they mean? Don't be mean.
Because they're in our division.
But we don't even have a rivalry with them.
Yeah, we do.
For what?
Because we're in the same division.
Whatever. Are they in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So they kind of got us on that one.
Whatever. My paws are up and then they're down.
You should have said, whatever, we have Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Energy 106, the news feed.
With Wheeler and Tyler.
Did you catch the latest drama? Here's Tyler with the details.
So Manitoba's teacher misconduct commissioner was fired after the government discovered she was remotely working from Florida. Premier Wab Kinew cited that child safety oversight and data security risks as the primary reasons that she was required to be physically present here in the province of Manitoba. And did you see the drama with Ruby Rose? She called out...
Yeah, holy moly. I've actually got this slated in for a Music News You Can Use story later this week.
Yeah, she called out Katy Perry for sexually assaulting her 20 years ago.
Don't go into the details. They're pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I won't. She said that she was finally able to file a proper police report on it. And she Katy Perry's team has already come out and said that, obviously it's not true, but we'll see what happens. If you don't know who Grandma Sherry is, well, she's from Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and she's been going viral on TikTok for her wholesome cooking videos and Indigenous storytelling. She now has over 220,000 followers, which is amazing. Here's a short clip of how she sounds.
Because I want breakfast, and I'm going to fry eggs and bologna, and I want to have it with bannock. So let's see if this works.
She's so cute. She is so cute. Her videos are adorable. And like I said, 220,000 followers. That's amazing.
Legit. Winnipeg Jets were in Las Vegas last night trying to do their part in the nearly impossible Einstein-level math equation needed to get into this year's NHL postseason. What we needed last night was a Jets win and a Kings loss. Third period, Jets down 3-0.
Shifley for Miller. He's a torch and a tip score. Velarde hits 30 goals for the first time in his career. It comes on the power play to get Winnipeg on the board.
That goal was significant for Velarde, who gets his 30th of the season, and Mark Scheifele gets his 100th point of the season, first time in his career achieving that. Mark Scheifele would notch a goal later in the period to mark 35 goals in the season, and that would do it for the game and the Jets' hopes along with it. Wow. Didn't matter much anyways because the Kings also got a win last night, securing their wild card spot.
And why are we getting a whiteout right now in some areas of the city?
Yeah, I know. Because this is the only one we're getting.
Hey, I'm actually kind of sad by this, so we're not going to have whiteout parties.
Nope.
Okay.
Jets will play in Utah tonight against the Jets 1.0, who have punched their ticket into the playoffs this year. Jets will wrap up the season Thursday night at home against the San Jose Sharks for Fan Appreciation Night at Canada Life Center. Transcona Railers and the St. Boniface Royals will play Game 1 of the Jack McKenzie Trophy Finals at the East End Community Center tonight at 7:30 in the MMJHL. The game will be streaming online at gshow.ca. Game 1 of the MJHL Finals goes down Friday night in Niverville as the Nighthawks get set to host the Verdun Oil Caps. Toronto Blue Jays are in Milwaukee tonight to face the Brewers for a 3-set. Blue Bombers are 38 days away from their first preseason game in Saskatchewan. NBA play-in tournament kicks off the NBA playoffs. Raptors and Cavs play Saturday for Game 1 and Round 1 of their best-of-7 series in Cleveland. And UFC Fight Night goes down this weekend at Canada Life Center. Canadian Mike Malott will face Gilbert Burns of Brazil in the main event.
Energy 106 presents the 10K Payday.
Thank you, Mr. Furness. Thank you, Jim Pattison Subaru South, for energizing the Energy 106 10K Payday, your share of $10,000. And it starts with a $100 winner and qualifying in for the $5,000 grand prize draw. You are caller 1, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. You caller 2, sorry. Sorry. Caller 3, sorry.
Sorry, caller 3.
Caller 4, sorry. Caller 5, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
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 Am I caller 6?
Yeah.
Yay! Congratulations, you just won yourself $100.
Incredible. Thank you so much.
And more importantly, you're in for that $5,000 grand prize draw. Thank you, Mr. Furness. Thank you, Jim Pattison Subaru South. What's your name, by the way?
My name's Jamie.
Jamie, hang on the line. We need more information from you off the air. Another grand prize, another qualifier for the grand prize coming up with Macy Hall at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Big fat checks, big large bills.
Hello.
I did it, Tyler. I did it.
What'd you do?
I did it.
What'd you do?
I did it.
What'd you do?
Family and I packed up and we went and saw Mario Galaxy.
Yay!
For those just tuning in, wondering what's wrong with Tyler, he went to Lady Gaga this past weekend, and Lady Gaga stole his voice. She abracadabraed it right out of his larynx, and she took it to New York.
Yeah, she said, what's the category? And I said, dance or die, very loud, and now I don't have a voice.
Right, and she said, okay, that means your voice is going to die.
Yeah, but okay, you went and saw the Galaxy movie.
Okay, I've got thoughts on this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've got thoughts.
Uh-oh.
So, for those that remember the first Mario movie, it was like, okay, it was good. It was a good introduction. Mm-hmm. It was like, this is the origin story of how these two plumbers ended up in this strange toad mushroom world. And
just fast-paced, adrenaline, nonstop color, rainbow goodness.
But it was an origin story that they kind of held your hand through and said, this is why we are where we are. Yeah. And the second one, they just went, okay, remember that story? Here we go! Here's all of it, all at once, in 90 minutes! Pay attention! Like everything. Like it was everything. It's like, oh, you didn't get that reference? Too bad. Here comes another one.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't get that one? Here comes another one.
You're not wrong.
Like, it
You're
was just
definitely not
over
wrong.
and over and over. Oh, didn't play that game? Who cares? Here comes another one.
It was like you were playing Super Smash Bros, but instead of playing, you were the sandbag that consistently gets punched in the face every 3 seconds.
It's so funny you say that, because I said to the boys after we finished, and I said, that's what they're working towards.
Yeah.
Because there were certain characters in the first one that we didn't get in this one. And so I thought, well, that means they're going to get their own solo movie.
Probably.
And the tease that we got in the bonus credits of this one goes, well, we know we're getting that movie. And you did with the few of the characters that were introduced in this one, including Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
We know that they are totally doing a Smash Bros movie.
Yeah. Can you agree that this animation was remarkable, though? Like, the way Illumination did these characters, I just think is so stunning. And the way they did the 8-bit to 3D, the 8-bit to 3D, it was just so good. It was so good.
I will say I did appreciate how they kind of shoehorned that in. I thought the storyline with Jack Black was rather good. I liked seeing, I mean, it's Illumination. So at this point, you expect that. And if you don't get it, I'd be more disappointed. Like, to me, that's the standard moving forward. And so if I don't get that, then it's a disappointment. But I thought they did a really good job. And that seems to be the trend now of, I think you can kind of give credit to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as far as moving different animation styles.
What did your boys think of the movie?
Oh, they loved it.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
well, I mean, they thought it was great.
That's what I care about.
But man, oh man, it was just. There wasn't a lot of storyline per se. I mean, there was a story there, but look, I mean,
on the surface, you're not playing a Mario game for the story.
Exactly, that's what it felt like. It kind of like playing a single player campaign.
I told Mitch after it was done, I was like, you know what, I need the first movie set my expectations of what the stories would be for these Mario movies, and it was, we're gonna just watch what a Mario video game would be as a movie. And I'm okay with that. I think that's great, because at the end of the day, I don't play Mario games for the story. I play Legend of Zelda games for the story.
And we're getting a live action of that.
That's what I mean.
Right.
So that story's got to be a lot deeper. But this one on the surface, I really enjoyed this one a lot more, because I also loved that there wasn't really any commercial music aside from obviously the part of Yoshi walking through New York. But I loved the soundtrack in this too.
Here's what I love best about it. It was 90 minutes. Thank you. Well done. Well done. You didn't need to drag it out for 2.5 hours. Give me your story. Let's move on with our day. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, they definitely know how to edit their movies. But that's for sure.
Holy moly, Nintendo. They've got a juggernaut. They've got an absolute juggernaut.
They do. And the fact that it's already made, I don't even know. I think it's almost at $1 billion now.
I think they're at 725 last check. Yeah.
725.
And that discounts domestic, not even international.
Dude, if you even take all of their Mario games that they've released in the last year, you probably don't even get the amount of money that they've made from this movie. Like, they are raking in the money.
For the record, I am a little impressed with myself that I managed to guess what the ending would be in last week's show.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, don't say it, but you did. Yeah. When you said it, I glitched, because I was like, you told me you hadn't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah, you did. Okay, what would you give it if you had to give it a rating out of 5 power stars?
I would give that a...
And what would you have given the first movie?
They both get a solid 4.
Oh,
both
perfect.
Of them. Yep.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you, actually. So, okay. And also, we did pick our winner for our Landmark Cinemas gift card on social media. So I wanted to do a quick shout out to that. It was Kelsey Flatt. Congratulations, you're going to see the Mario Galaxy movie.
Wait, what?
With Wheeler and Tyler on Energy 106.
I like internet trends. Not all of them, but some of them I really like. And some of them I can kind of giggle at. Other ones I go, ooh, that's brilliant. This one I wish was around 10 years ago.
Okay.
Man, do I ever wish this was around 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah, I really could have used this trend 10 years ago.
Okay.
It's a new trend online. And you I know you haven't seen this because your algorithm is not set up for this kind of stuff. It's set up, this is landing in parents' feeds.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. I'm not getting parent stuff.
This is landing in mom and dad's feeds.
Okay. Well, then I'm curious to know what it is.
There's a trend going on. If you have a child that's having a tantrum, apparently this works for shutting it down.
Oh, God.
Jessica!
Oh?
Jessica! Where are you, Jessica?
Jessica! Jessica! Where's Jessica?
Jessica? Where are you, Jessica? Yeah.
Jessica? Jessica. Who are you talking to? Jessica.
Jessica.
What?
Jessica.
Are they just... Oh my God.
Jessica.
Wait, so are they just screaming like... Okay, so when the kids are having a tantrum, they're just asking Jessica? And it's working?
Jessica doesn't exist because they get confused. They're like, who's Jessica?
So is this confirming that all tantrums are just overdramatic messes?
More often than not, yeah.
Because they're all just stopped after literally asking that question one time.
Now, psychologically...
Does this work on fiancés?
People are testing it on their animals, actually.
And is it working?
Some of them.
Okay, but what does this mean?
Psychologically, there has to be something in the frequency of Jessica.
Yeah.
There has to be something in there because it's got not only a smooth Jess.
Well, and it's also
staccato, so it hits kind of numerous frequencies.
It's also confusing because I guess the kids are like, well, who's here?
Right. Yeah, like, I don't want to be, yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of somebody else.
But there is the part of me that goes, I know there is some writer somewhere right now going, I'm turning this into a horror film because the kids know who Jessica is.
Oh my God.
Don't call Jessica. I'll be good. I'll be good.
To be fair,
Jessica's always hiding around the corner and mom and dad knows where she is.
That literally was my first thought was they probably know of someone named Jessica and they're like, how do my parents know who Jessica is too? She's the one I talk to outside when I'm by myself.
Right. This is a horror moving into making. You mark my words right now. Within a year, you will see Blumhouse or something come out with Jessica.
It's just gonna. The billboard is just literally gonna say Jessica ?
Where's Jessica?
It's time for radio cliches.
Like National Day.
Don't turn that dial. Just stay.
It's a radio cliche. Do you know who Brad Garrett is?
Yeah, of course. He was in Everyone Loves Raymond. Yeah, he's been a bit actor for a long time. Raymond, I'm not happy with this Raymond.
How old do you think he is today?
Oh, jeepers. He's got to be 70.
He's 66 today.
Oof.
Peter Capaldi. He was in...
Is that Louis Capaldi's brother?
No. Well, it could be. They're both pretty attractive. He was in Doctor Who in 2013.
You know what? This is... For all my sci-fi friends out there and all my sci-fi nerds, I've never seen Doctor Who.
That's fair. Well, he's turning 68 today. What about Chris Wood? He was in The Vampire Diaries. Take a guess.
Nah, he's 42.
He's 38 today. Moving on, we have quite the list of national days to celebrate. National Pecan Day. Pecan. National Reach As High As You Can Day. And look up
we had pecan in college when they turned our water off.
National Look Up at the Sky Day. National Start Gardening Day. National...
And not with the snow.
Ex-Spouse Day.
Ooh.
And National Dolphins Day, which is cute. So
it's also National Holocaust Remembrance Day today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you know dolphins are one of the most social and intelligent mammals of the water?
Well, actually, yesterday was Jonathan Brandis's birthday. Would have been his birthday. He would have been 50. He was on a show called Sequest back in the 90s. He was on Teen Beat, and he was a heartthrob back in the day. But Sequest was like the sci-fi, and they had dolphins that they engaged with and stuff. And hyper intelligent.
Yeah, they've got like wild, I don't know.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They probably think we're so weird when we swim with dolphins. They're like, look at these humans pretending to take pictures with us. They're so weird.
Wheeler and Tyler.
That is Tyler Carr, who is back from Lady Gaga in Minneapolis, and his voice is not working right.
It's getting better as the morning goes on, slightly.
Well,
no, I mean, it has its moments.
Up and down.
It's better than it was yesterday.
Can we have some real talk here for a sec?
Yeah, of course.
I missed you. And I say that on a few different levels.
Okay.
I missed you as a friend. I miss having you around.
Yeah.
On the Thursday and Friday and yesterday, I realized something.
About me or us?
About myself.
About you.
About myself.
Me being away made you realize something about you.
Had a lot of time to think.
That's true. When you're alone in the studio, it gets weird.
Had a lot of time to think.
It gets really weird.
I've been doing this radio gig for almost 30 years.
That's pretty iconic.
I'm pretty good. Like, I'm pretty good at what I do.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think you're great.
But I'll tell you when I'm really good. I'm really good when you're here.
Oh.
I'm okay by myself. I'm average, maybe slightly below average.
Yeah, I hate when you leave.
I am honestly... Like I got home from work yesterday and both my boys were out the door. They're like, "Hey, Dad, how's the show?" First words out of my mouth, boring. And I need to apologize for people because I do, because when you're gone, the mandate is we fill the show with best of. So we'll dig into the vault. We are very anal retentive when it comes
organized.
when it comes to organizing and curating the vault.
It's my favorite thing about you is you're just as organized as me.
We can go into the vault and pull things out from a year ago and make sure that everything's kind of evergreen as far as our content. So if you're driving to work, we want to make sure it sounds as consistent as possible and you still get some stuff. Maybe you remember it, maybe you don't, maybe you didn't get a chance to hear it the first time, but the show kind of flows naturally. Yeah. But there are still certain, about 30% of the show is still live for Wait What, radio cliches, news and sports, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I can recognize in myself, I'm just not as good when I'm talking to a wall.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. I hate when you're gone. I hate it. I don't even know what to do. It's so much better. I joke that we shouldn't take holidays, but we need them.
Well, look,
but at the same time, it's nice to know that like we suck together when we're both. You know what I mean?
Well, look,
at least we're honest.
And there's a few different schools of thought on this one, because I mean, I remember back when I was working a 2-person show and we took our holidays together. He said when we're taking our holidays, and that's the time we took off. And then he used to call it the B team. The B team would come in and do the morning show while we were gone.
Right.
And so in this scenario, we take separate vacation.
Yeah.
So you take your time separately, I stay here, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that allows for us to be alone.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
No, me neither.
I don't like it.
Do you have like a solution, or are you're just kind of like
what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show a little love.
Yeah.
Saying that
I feel you, man.
These 3 days made me appreciate you more and what we have here in the studio and how special it is.
It is true. I honestly can't stand when one of us is away. It's crazy because the first radio job I ever had was doing a solo morning show. But I couldn't imagine having a co-host at that time. And then the minute I left, and we, especially this show, more specifically this show, I couldn't. It just is so hard to just talk by yourself. I appreciate what Macy Hall and Mike Tagami do on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Because when I hear when they're doing their bits and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, they are all stars.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do it anymore.
There are very few people that can do it really well. Garner Andrews is one in particular in Edmonton who does a solo morning show at Sonic in Edmonton. And he has a couple bit players that come in once in a while, but for the most part, it's him and his callers.
Yeah.
And he brings in topics and he runs phones and he's brilliant at it.
It's just hard because when you're bringing up a conversation and there's nobody to ask the questions, it's hard to know where something should go or what should happen. And it's not the same.
Right.
But I appreciate that. I had to take yesterday off because I didn't have a voice. This is the best my voice has been.
And I'll be honest,
you can blame Lady Gaga for the extra day off.
Well, I even said to you on the phone, I said, if you're not feeling 100%, don't come in because I prefer you at 100. But you said it best. You're like,
I can't.
But I just get in my own head and I don't like being at home.
I do because
like we love this job so much.
Yeah, like yesterday I took it off because I didn't have a voice, and all day I was like, I don't care how I sound tomorrow. I'm going into work because I need to be able to tell these stories. And I even actually, on the drive back from Minneapolis, all my friends were like, who's working tomorrow? And at the moment I'm like, yeah, I am, but I'm excited to go to work. Like, I get to talk about this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I get to relive what we just experienced. And I know how grateful I am for that. So,
well, my voice may be like that after this weekend because UFC Fight Night is coming to Winnipeg this Saturday. My wife and family and I are going to be in Morris for the day, and then I'm coming back and I'm going to the show.
Oh my gosh,
I'm going to the fights.
That's amazing.
On Saturday night.
It?
Canada Life Center, man.
Oh my gosh.
This is the UFC. This is
sorry. I don't know what I was thinking of. That's amazing.
Mike Ballot, Gilbert Burns in the main card. There's a bunch of Canadians fighting in this. Like, this is I don't report it as much of it on this show because I know it's a very small number of fight fans, but I love boxing. I love mixed martial arts. I've been a fan of it since I was a kid.
Saturday.
And
it's just one show they're doing, or what?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a huge card. I mean, there's prelims and there's undercards
awesome.
and then the main card. And yeah, man, it's going to be, whew.
Well, I will rest my voice this week so you cannot have a voice next week.
Perfect.
Is that a good deal?
I'm going to go
get him in the rear naked choke. Get out of the lock. Get him in a leg. Yeah, do it. You can do it. Absolutely. Abracadabra. We were screaming for completely different reasons.
Energy 106.
The newsfeed. With Wheeler and Tyler.
Here's what you need to know.
There's an updated flood outlook for Manitoba, and it's indicating an elevated risk of flooding in the Interlake and Parkland regions due to obviously heavy snowpack and delayed spring melt. Most of the other rivers remain at a moderate to low risk. Or people calling out Justin Trudeau for going hard at Coachella with Katy Perry. First, Canadians are sharing the clip of him from just over a year ago suggesting to Canadians not to travel to the States, and obviously calling him out for going to Coachella with Katy Perry. Others pointing out that he's drinking out of a plastic red Solo cup and complaining that he banned single-use plastics for Canadians.
Yep.
NASA is already planning Artemis 3 for 2027, which will focus on testing docking capabilities between the spacecraft and commercial lunar landings from SpaceX and Blue Origin.
Yeah, they're moving away from the Gateway project, which was going to be having a orbiting lunar base, and now they're thinking about doing just a standard base on the actual moon. So curious to see what Artemis 4 is going to produce.
You've been listening to the Wheeler and Tyler podcast.
Listen weekdays from 6 to 10 on Energy 106.